Hi there, and welcome to this presentation of the Piggott Interact Club. My name is Ellie, and I'm one of the presidents of Piggott Interact for this year. This video will explain how Interact works, what roles there are for you to fulfill, and how Interact is a good thing for your future.
Hiya, I'm Maya. I'm joint president of the club and I'm the charities officer.
Hi, I'm Trevor, Piggott Interact Liaison Officer, and my role is to be as invisible as possible whilst helping the interactors run the club with minimal disruption and helping them avoid or deal with any pitfalls they may encounter. Interact is a part of Rotary International, a global network of neighbours, friends, leaders and problem solvers in 35,000 clubs and with 1.2 million members. Its aims are to take action on our world's most persistent problems, namely fighting disease, providing clean water, saving mothers and children from premature death, supporting the education of young people, promoting peace, creating a greener environment, and growing local economies. There are 15,000 Interact clubs around the world.
For its first 50 years, Rotary was pretty much an organization for adults. But in the 60s, the times began to change. Kids like me were taking a stand, speaking out, and getting involved. Rotary wanted to unite young leaders and guide their energy towards service, and so Interact was born. Today, Rotary clubs sponsor more than 15,000 Interact clubs in 142 countries. Interactors serve by volunteering in our communities and reaching out to others in need. We connect in our clubs and build friendships around the world. And we lead by developing opportunities for the future. Interact has been changing the world for 50 years. We're the next generation of leaders. Are you ready to join us?
So how does Interact work? Each week, on Wednesday afternoon, we meet up with Trevor Barber to discuss how the last event may have gone, what future events we are planning, and what charities we should donate to. Interact is a charity organisation linked to the Rotary Club. Trevor has been a president for the Rotary Club. Interact organises fundraising events to raise money for charities, and some events we have done in the past are virtual quizzes, virtual games nights, and probably our most popular event, the Krispy Kreme donut sales. These aren't all the events we do, as we are planning a trolley dash with Waitrose and some other seasonal events and cake sales.
There are several roles in the Interact Club which you might take on, and I'll now explain them. The first and second roles are the President and Vice President roles. These are key, as whoever takes them on will be chairing the meetings for the Interact Club. This means that you'll be in control of what gets discussed at each meeting, and Maya and Ellie share these roles this year. Another role you might consider if you're fond of numbers is the Treasurer's role. The Treasurer manages all of Interact's funds and also the bank account with help from Trevor. The next role we have is the Secretary's role, which is a key role in Interact. The Secretary is in charge of the minutes and agendas for the meetings. They affect what the President, Vice President and Interactors talk about in the meetings through the minutes and agendas. Then are the Charity and Fundraising Officers. The Charity Officer decides which charities the Interact Club will donate to, and the Fundraising Officer suggests ways that could raise the funds for those charities. For both of these roles you can take suggestions from other interactors and moderate which ideas become events. And as of last year, we have a new role being introduced to the Interact Club's 10th anniversary, which is the Social Media Overseer. This role allows you to control the Piggott Interact Club Instagram account, which, if you are a creative person, means that you can make and model the account to reflect what you are doing in the Interact Club, event-wise.
So with everything explained, how can Interact be a good thing for your future? Firstly, Interact is a club that allows you to help others through doing fun things. It might be that you're unsure about public speaking or event management, but Interact really helps you to expand your horizons. For our first event, we talked the participants through how it worked, what would happen, and the questions themselves, all while keeping it engaging. If you're still unsure, that's okay. We'll support you until you feel confident enough to host the events yourself. Secondly, it's a great experience for when you go to university or get a job. Trevor is always on hand to write a reference for you, and charity work is a bonus whatever career path you're heading towards. It allows you to expand your mindset and work with people with unique skill sets. To make sure we all know what's going on outside of meetings, we have a Discord server to chat and discuss what's going to happen next, and past interactors will be there to help you out.
Finally, there's my role, the Piggott Interact Liaison Officer. I'm the grease that helps the club run smoothly whilst being invisible and letting the interactors get on and run the club. I also smooth access to resources from the sponsoring Loddondale Rotary Club, such as supporting fundraising events, having appropriate licenses, dealing with, handling, reconciling and banking cash.
So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Don't be afraid to come along and sit in on the meetings before you make up your mind on whether you want to join or not. Any participation is good participation. We'll be holding the meetings over Teams at 4 p.m. on Wednesdays. However, we would be open to hold the meetings in person at the slightly earlier 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, and this would be decided by whether or not people would want to hold these meetings in person. We hope you feel like joining Interact. If you do, then we'll see you in meetings.
Finally, what are the next steps in this process? This depends on the level of interest you have in joining Piggott Interact Club to build on the success of the club over the past 10 years. The club has raised and donated over £14,000 to help local, national, some overseas and international charities, including End Polio Now. If you're interested in joining Piggott Interact Club to make the lives of deprived or disadvantaged people in your community and elsewhere better, put your name on the interest sheets at the front of the hall when the presentation is finished. Have you got any questions you'd like to ask me?